So I'm doing another oil change now, and recommended from brand new is 1030, and because the engine is aged, I've always used 1540 Magnatech, and I always thought Magnatech was fully synthetic, but it's only semi-synthetic. So I'm changing my oils now to a Penrite, and oil I'm using this time is 1050. It's got what they call 10 extra, and if you want to read that there, the 10 extra technology offers the same engine wear protection at startup, but offers an extra layer of protection under driving conditions compared to 1040 and 1540 engines. This can be used in engines that use 1040 or 1540, so it's perfectly fine for my car. And it says so at the front there. What I like about this, they come with a free nozzle for pouring oil. They come with a free bumper sticker and a sticker that you can peel off the back and put on your car to date when you change oil. So I really like that. So first of all, I'm going to get to taking the oil cap off. That just allows for air to travel through the engine quicker for when draining oil. The oil will drain out the bottom quicker. So don't forget to warm the engine up as well. It helps with draining the oil. I generally let it warm up to about there. Let the engine sit for about another 10 minutes just to cool down a little bit. And any oil that's been pumped up to the top of the engine has had plenty of time to go back down into the sump before I drain the oil out. Bucket sufficient enough to catch all the oil. This is a 30 litre bucket, so I only need to catch 5.5 litres. And another reason why you don't want the engine oil to heat right up is because you don't want to burn yourself. Now a lot of people prefer to wear gloves. I don't. I feel that gloves, I'd have the ignition on. Hear that noise? That's my oil reservoir pumping oil back in because the engine's low. Okay, ignition's off, silly me. I've probably just lost about, I don't know, half a litre of good oil from my oil reservoir. Not to worry. Good to know that it still works. So now I just got to sit here and wait for this to become a slow drip, and then I'll take the oil filter off. You can see the oil there just running really thin now, so I get me oil filter off. I'll put a towel down underneath it to catch a little bit of oil that's gonna dribble down. A little bit more than I expected. Move that bucket down a little bit, that should catch it. Oh, well, the towel is protecting the ground. Excellent. I was actually surprised of that. That didn't go through the towel that very much. That's a little bit that I missed. Beauty. So we just let that drain there now. I don't want to see anything dripping out of it before I put the new oil in, just to make sure I got as much out as possible. And that oil filter that I just took out is called a drift oil filter. I'll give you a look at that. So here's two oil filters side by side. This is your regular oil filter, which I'll be using this time around, purely because everyone that sells the drift oil filter was out of stock. And when I called Auto Barn, they said to me that they didn't know when the next shipment was coming in. So, you know, I don't want to wait forever to do my oil change, so I've chosen to go with the typical Ryco that everyone else uses. It's a standard oil filter. What I like about this one, it's double pleated for better oil filtration. It has a return valve lock, so oil doesn't drain back out of the oil filter when you turn the engine off. That prevents dry starts. Has a magnet on the end to catch any any filings of metal or whatever that might pass through, and plus the bolt on the back. If you didn't have the correct tool, you could use a shifter to take this off. So this is my preferred oil filter. I just wish more places sold it and it was more popular. And yeah, the price difference between them, $18 for your standard versus $20 for a high performance oil filter. Like, seriously, for $2 you'd pick the drift oil filter. I'll get under there and put this on. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get some engine oil and just put it on the seal here and then tighten it on by hand. Okay, so that's on there. I've tightened it up as hard as I won't say as hard as I can. I've tightened it up pretty firm with my hand. I don't want to go crazy with it. The harder you turn it on, the bigger chances you got of threading and causing dramas when you try to take it back off. But just for good measure, I've got an old hard drive magnet. It's pretty strong. Just chuck that on the back there to hopefully do the same job as the other filter of collecting any filings that might pass through the engine. So I'll just put the oil in now and we'll be good to go.